Do you have a fear of being perceived as a bitch? Okay. That is something that I was working through last night with my higher self that I honestly didn't even realize was in there until I sat down and actually took a look at how I was feeling. Because over the past couple of weeks, I have had some conversations with people where I am getting checked. And it's not necessarily from them. It is from me, for my own consciousness, to see how I'm going to handle it. Okay? And am I going to allow it to disturb my spirit? Am I going to make it mean something about myself? How am I going to perceive what happened? Because that is my choice. Now, I will be honest with you. I have been watching some content, which is fine, but I have been watching some content with, I won't even call it like cattiness, but like a little drama, spilling tea, you know, jabbing type of energy, gesturing type of energy. And sometimes when you're watching things like that, you'll see it reverberated out in your fields, because what you put in is what you get out. It comes back to you. And so I had to be mindful about that as well. I have also been listening to videos, which I don't normally do, about, you know, just having conversations with people and how to navigate them being that way towards you. If I'm not paying attention to that, that doesn't happen to me. But when I am putting my awareness on it, circumstances come into my reality. And I have been embracing this new level of confidence within myself. And I've actually been talking to a lot of clients recently about the exact same thing, because again, it's a universal algorithm of confidence is not braggadocious. Confidence is inspiring. Oftentimes we are a little nervous about sharing the celebrations and wins in our lives because we feel like it's going to be putting somebody else down. And that's something that I have continuously worked on in my life of, I love seeing women thrive. I mean, I love seeing everyone thrive, but you know, I'm for the girlies. So I love seeing women thrive. And yesterday I was watching a video with Megan Thee Stallion, We Stand, and she was promoting her new swimwear and she was modeling it herself, and she looked absolutely stunning and amazing. And she was walking down a runway and exuding confidence and like seductress energy. And I said, that's what I want to be in. Because when I look at her, I am inspired. I want to embody more of her energetics. I'm not looking at her like she's bragging. I'm looking at her as, you're a queen. And oftentimes we're so worried about other people's perceptions when that is a projection of your own mind. When I stopped focusing on what other people think about me and just follow my joy and my bliss and then authentically me, I stopped really perceiving people that were judging me. And they were actually excited to be in my field and to hear what I have to say and why I do the things that I do, like do really elaborate bold makeup or dress the way that I do or have split dye hair. They see it as, wow, you're really out here doing it, because they really wish they could too. But maybe they will one day by you being you and being that form of inspiration. So last night I was watching a show that had some cattiness in it. And again, I'm not saying that we don't need to watch those things. We're all human. It's fun. Silly goose. Okay. But then I started questioning myself. I said, oh, you know, I've been showing up differently online. I wonder if I'm being perceived as a bitch. And I'm talking about all these amazing things that are happening in my life. I get to decide how people perceive me. That is my own self-concept. That is a choice that I needed to make last night of, well, do you want to be a bitch? Okay. Or do you want to show up as somebody who is for the girlies, who is helping them thrive in life? You are consistently showing up every single day and saying, hey, these are the things that I am traversing through, how I'm working through stuff, and this is the payoff. And if you do it too, you will get here as well. Because I have been in some very dark places in my life, and I am very proud of the person that I have become today. And if I can save somebody time and energy of having to go through some of the things that I have been through, I will continue to show up and be that person. How would that ever be a bitch? Okay. Now, can we be very strong with our boundaries and confident and secure? And sometimes that triggers people, for sure. I'm not going to make that mean something about me, though. So these last couple of weeks where I have been in some conversations that maybe perturbed me a little bit, I get to decide what that means. So what I'm going to decide is, oh yeah, my confidence is going to trigger some people, and that's okay, but I love myself. And the way that I have gotten here is by exuding confidence. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to show up. And what I am going to focus on is all of the beautiful family that I have brought into my reality that love and support and honor me. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Those are the girlies that I'm showing up for every single day. And we are all going to thrive and accelerate into these whimsical, magical, fantastical realities together. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Because when I focus on that, I feel better about myself. I feel better about what I'm doing. I feel better about my life. And that exudes out of me. And I'm able to come on and make content that does help people. And you got to feed life force energy into yourself. So again, it was a choice of perception that I needed to make of, what is this going to mean about me? Or not mean about me. So I wanted to share this as somebody who is also going through this. Okay? It's easy to see people online that are like, oh, you know, I've got all these things going on in my life, but what's going on in the day to day, in the moment to moment? What do the alchemization processes look like? Well, here we are. I would love to hear in the comments if this helps you have a perspective shift, if it's some encouragement that you needed to hear. Confidence is not bragging. It is inspiration for the girlies who are younger versions of you that are ready to level up. Okay? You keep on showing up for them. I love you so much. Remember to check out my meditations and activations and coaching in my bio or the comments. Go follow to join the community, and I'm wishing you an absolutely magical day.